Yo, Tony Ricca here. Back, baby, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is for you. Oh, yeah, independent wrestling circuit and cameos. Oh, yeah, yo. All right, yo. Great questions this week. Oh, yeah, I love it. Right now, I should say. All right, so anyway, so let's get to them. All right, the first question. Oh, this is a good one right here. All right, so who do I think will win? Andrew Tate versus, Chase Demore. All right. Let me tell you something. Andrew Tate, might have to go with him. I mean, his kickboxing skills, he's really, he's been awesome at that. But his first time in boxing, it's very different, when you're boxing, versus doing kickboxing. Okay, it's a whole different discipline, and it's a whole set of rules right there, a new set. Where Demore, has that, he's got more experience there. He's been working at it. So it really depends on Tate, if Tate's going to actually, be able to kind of just get it done. How was his training camp? Is he actually ready for that? He's done enough. So, for combat skills, I have to give that to Tate with that. As far as the fight, I mean, again, Demore has the boxing, he's got more boxing under his belt. But, again, it comes down to me, I think it's not about the experience in the ring, maybe a little bit, okay, and that would be the edge to Demore. But with Tate and his combat skills, I'm going to go with Tate. But you know what? Surprises in boxing, that's just how it is. And, you never know. So don't underestimate anyone. But I'm going to go with Tate there. So, okay. So the next question. Oh, yeah. All right. So why do I keep my prices so cheap on Cameo? All right. So actually, this goes back a while. I had different prices on it. And, different platforms too. But here on Cameo, I was getting hit up, social media wise by, from people that just couldn't afford getting cameos, from people. And they really wanted it, just to get them. And I was like, I was more like, it was fine with me, actually, lowering my price because being asked, from actually not just one or a couple or many that actually asked me. It was kind of like I had a whole new generation of fans that came in. It's just that, many of them, it was just too much to afford so many different people. So, so I reached out to, to my talent rep and said, how far, how low can I kind of just bring the price? And it kind of went from there, so, talking about it and discussing it. So I was able to get my price to, kind of, where it was acceptable. And it worked out for everyone. And that's what I wanted to do because, I want to make sure that, I'm always going to give you everything, any request. I'm going to give you what you want, what you're looking for. And definitely, that's what I do, and I'm always grateful, especially, when there's a request. And, and then that to me is like paying it forward, just keeping it low, keeping the price low. I can always raise the price if I want, but, if people need, they'd like to have some, videos and they just can't afford it. Why not, keep it at a price where they could get, some kind of, message to them that they want to get out to someone else. And actually get it from someone, that they feel is meaningful, and that I appreciate so much. So I'm always grateful, and that's why I'm always grateful with that. So pay it forward. That's the way it works. So that's that answer right there. It's part of that at least. So, but we can go into that more. But anyway, so the next question: what's my favorite holiday? And listen, I love Halloween. Okay, I love the fall time of the year and the way. That all, Halloween, over here, it's kind of like, go all the way to Christmas. But I will say, it usually comes down to Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday. It's just a wonderful time of the year. Not just with songs, but just with it's just a great feeling and family oriented. However you look at it, and for me, that's it's just a great time, and it really depends on how you look at Christmas in itself, the holidays. Pretty much for me, yeah, Christmas would be that holiday in itself. So there it is. It's Christmas right there. So I'm not sure that could change, but it could. But I really do. I love Christmas. So I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas if you celebrate it, and Happy Holidays. Oh yeah. So it's all for you. Oh yeah. Thanks for the questions and keep them coming. Oh yeah. Yo yo. Oh yeah. Yo.